Alright, you're welcome to this particular video. In this video, we'll be talking about LinkedIn page optimization. As somebody that wants to get a tech job, the first thing that you need to do is actually optimize your LinkedIn so that potential technical recruiters that is looking for people like yourself could actually find you on LinkedIn, right? So I'll be going through a series of steps in this particular video showing how you can actually optimize your LinkedIn as long as you follow this step. Now, read the description of this particular video. You are going to find a link to join the Nerdy Eye community if you're not part of our community, right? And this video is part of a series of videos where we are showing people how they can actually get either a foreign remote job, tech job, or start earning by freelancing. You also want to like this particular video, subscribe to our channel if you're just coming on the Nerdy Eye channel for the first time so that you don't get to miss on subsequent video. Now, if there's any other thing that you want to let me know, also don't forget to let me know in the comments section. Without wasting much of our time, let's dive in straight to the video. The first thing you want to do when it comes to optimizing your LinkedIn profile, right, is to work on your profile picture and your cover image. So for the profile picture here, if you click on edit right here, you should be able to work on your profile details like this. Or let me close this. If you click here too as well, just click on profile picture here. You click on add picture or edit picture, you should be able to change your profile picture. So for the profile picture, you want to choose a picture that is square, right? And you want to choose a headshot like my own. You could actually be smiling. Most people will always recommend a headshot where you are smiling so that you look friendly. But this is the profile picture that I use. It's a professional headshot. So you look for a professional headshot like this and use as a profile picture. That's number one, right? And part of number one also is your cover image here. So your cover image could just depict what you want. As you guys could see my background photo here, I went on Google and I searched for LinkedIn profile cover photo size, and the recommended size is 158 by 396. And you could see some information here when you have to write some text and where your profile picture will come in. So you want to avoid a design for your cover image where there is a text around the left-hand side. So I have a simple cover image here that basically just depicts the three things I'm currently working on, which is allies, Nerdy Eye, and Dear Founder, right? So you could just have your own simple cover image that just tells what you do. So now that you have your cover image, the next thing that you want to work on is your keyword research. Now, for you now, probably want to optimize your account as a product designer or as a web developer. So the next thing you want to do is to do what we call keyword research. For this, I'm going to use ChatGPT and I'm just going to search for something similar. So let's say now I'm looking for a keyword for product design. So you want to search for product design LinkedIn page keyword. So let's hit that. ChatGPT is going to bring a lot of keywords. You could see product design, industrial design, user experience design. This is cool. Sometimes, again, you could actually repeat the same thing. Let me edit this. And let's say you're looking for UI UX. Let's type UI UX, right? So let's do that and click on submit again. It's still going to generate for us similar stuff too as well. Now you could see UI UX designer, user interface design. So the same thing too. So if you are looking for keyword for other industry, so let me say front end, right? Front end web developer LinkedIn page keywords. So let me say front end web developer LinkedIn page keywords. So it's going to bring out some keywords for me as a front end developer. You could also say front end. Let's edit this. Let's say React. I want to add React in front. Yours could be Angular, it could be anything, right? So React front end web developer LinkedIn page keyword. So let's do that. So it's going to bring in that too as well. So you could see React developer, front end developer, JavaScript developer, web developer, and so on and so forth, right? So it's very, very important. So another way again, you could actually do this is actually by going to the LinkedIn job section and actually search for that particular role that you are looking for. Let's say you want to optimize your account for product designer or UI designer. So I'm going to search for product designer here. So I'm going to say product designer. Oh, I didn't spell that well. Let me product designer. All right, cool. So I'll start for product designer here. So I'm going to see, so you could see senior UI UX, blah, 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 senior robotics, this coming up here, right? So let's see. Let's put UI UX. UI UX. I wanted to actually pick, let put UI design. So UI UX designer address. So at the end of the day, you actually want to look for what is the title of the jobs that you are likely to apply to, right? Because these are the titles that will make your page rank higher. And these are the titles that these recruiters are also using to search on LinkedIn too as well. So once you find that particular right keyword and you have a list of them, then you want to move on to the third stage. So the third stage on LinkedIn optimization is actually styling your headline according to the keywords that you want to rank for. Me now, for example, I want to rank for probably startup. Anything that has to do with startup, I want to rank for it. I want to rank for something that has to do with product designer as well. SaaS product designer as well. You could see that. So now with those keywords, you want to ensure that your keyword appears inside of your headline. So now how do you come up with your headline? Your headline should consist of three major things. The first one, keyword. The second one, skills that you have. Then the third one should be your value proposition. For example, if I want to rank for digital marketing or UX designer, this first one would have been digital marketer or UX designer or product designer. Then this one now will not be skill. So for example, now if it is marketing, probably let me Control Z, I'll later cancel this. So let's say for example now I want to do for digital marketing. I'll say digital marketing first. So this is the major keyword I want to rank for. Then I'll add this particular line here. Then what are my skills? I could say social media management, social media marketing. I just spell that media one. Media marketing, right? I could add sales funnels. So these are a list of skills, right? Sales funnels, email marketing, etc. Just 2 or 3. Then I will now say value proposition. My value proposition now, you understand? I could say like I help businesses. I help businesses increase conversion rates by 300%. Increase conversion rates by 300%. Or let's say I help businesses attract and convert their target audience, right? So whatever is my value proposition, that's how I'm going to put it. So that is how you come up with your headline. So let's repeat it. So the first things first is the keyword. The second one is your skills. Then the third one is what? The value proposition. So that is how you want to come up with what? Your headline. For example, here, digital marketing is the keyword. Here, social media marketing, sales funnel are the skills. Then I help businesses increase conversion rate by 300%. That is what my value proposition to whosoever that is searching for me. So if you're in your own scenario, if you are optimizing your accounts for a product designer, your skill here could be UX designer. Then your skill now could be product design, product design, interaction design, prototyping, user-centered design. All those stuff could be your skill. Then your value proposition is that probably you create user-centric design you create user-centric product designs that converts visitors into paying users or paying customers, right? So any of those stuffs could actually be a perfect headline for you. Now, that being said, I'm going to cancel this. As you could, no thanks, no, discard, yeah, I don't want to save it. So you could see mine is tech startup advocate, product designer, sales, SaaS product designer, helping people learn in a community at NediEye. So that is what mine is all about. And again, don't forget, if you're watching this particular video, do well to actually follow me, right? And also send your connection, and I would actually accept your connection as well. So don't forget, if you're watching this video and you're not following me on LinkedIn, Samuel Linus is my name on LinkedIn. Search for Samuel Linus and follow me on LinkedIn, and I would also connect with you as well. Now, that being said, let's move on to about section. Now that you've included your keyword and you've come up with your headline, the next thing you want to come up with is your about section. So where is the about section? If I scroll down, right here is my about section. So my about section is where whosoever is on my profile on LinkedIn will go in to read more about me and also see some of my top skills. So how do you come up with this particular write-up that is going to be under your about section? As you can see, I have like a bunch of write-up under my about section, right? I came up with this write-up myself, and I'm going to show you 3 ways on how you can come up with the about section write-up. Now, the first paragraph that you want to have is a paragraph. You click on edit here, you should be able to actually edit it, right? So the first paragraph that you want to have is the paragraph that talks about your job and your years of experience. For example, I have here that I have close to a decade years of experience in building and designing SaaS-related tech products. I have built and designed products in fintech, edtech, and SaaS. I've successfully built Nerdy Eye to help people learn a tech skill and grow with a family. Generated over $300,000 in revenue with over 20,000 active community members, right? So these are my years of experience and some of the things I've done and about my work, basically, right? So once you have that particular first paragraph talking about what you do, then you want to have a second paragraph that is also talking about list 5 results that you have achieved. For example, if you scroll down here, you will see now, say, over the years, I have engaged in product design and MVP development that have generated over 300,000 in revenue, served over 100 users globally, 100,000 users globally, reached 130 plus countries, got into accelerator, raised and changing the world, right? Also, a fellow of UK 1000 Black Voice Accelerator in 2023. So these are some of the things that I've highlighted inside of my profile. So what you want to do is to have a bullet point listing some of the results that you achieved in your industry. Then after that, you also want to end it with a call to action, just like this. Feel free to send me a message or reach out to me via blah, blah, someonelinus.me. So with these 3 steps, you'll be able to come up with what? An amazing about section for your LinkedIn profile. So the first step is the first paragraph is the paragraph that talks about your years of experience and your job, basically. The second paragraph is one that talks about your result and your accomplishments in that particular industry. Then the last paragraph is call to action for people to actually reach out to you. So with that, you'll be able to come up with an amazing about section. Then once you've done that as well, you might also want to add some skills. So these are the skills that is related to what you do. For example, you could see web design, product design, and startups, right? So these are the skills that will be highlighted in my about section. So if I close this, right now you see top skill, product design, web development, startups. I was the one that added that particular thing there. So you too can also add yours too as well. So remember, when coming up with this about section, you want to ensure that you include those keywords that you got from ChatGPT, right, inside the write-up, inside this particular write-up, right? So this will ensure that your profile also rank in that particular keyword. Now, when we search for those keywords, 2 places we've used it. We've used it in our headline. Don't forget the keyword must appear in your headline. Some of those keywords, and some of those keywords, if not all of them, should also appear inside of your about section on your LinkedIn profile. So once you have that, the next that you also want to look for is what? Skills. So if you scroll down here, this gives you an opportunity to add a lot of skills. So any skill that has to do with your industry, feel free to add it. It doesn't kill, right? Go ahead and do that. So once you add your skill, you can also request for endorsement, right? So you can ask your colleague, your friends that you know to actually endorse you. So what I'm going to do now, for so many of us that's inside the Nerdy Eye community, if you're watching this video and you're in the Nerdy Eye community, drop your LinkedIn profile and ask them for endorsements. People are going to endorse you in the community. And if you're not in our community, if you're watching this video on YouTube, check the description. You'll see a link to join our community. Join our community and ask for endorsements for your skill, and we're going to see people that are going to endorse you in there, right? So that being said, you ask for endorsements for your skill. Now that you have endorsement and you have your skill, the next thing is also recommendation. So you want to go ahead and ask for recommendation, and people are going to ask for recommendation. Click on ask for recommendation. Select somebody that you know and ask the person for recommendation. For example, now let me ask somebody. Let me ask this lady for recommendation. I'm going to click on continue. Ask for what I want her to recommend me as a startup So hi, would you write me a recommendation, please? All right, let me send it to her. Okay, let me add this. All right, I'll put that there and I'll send it there. And I'm going to ask her for a recommendation. So she's going to receive this request, right, as my friend on LinkedIn, and she's going to write a recommendation for me. She wants to write a recommendation for me. I'm going to say it right here. So you can also ask people for recommendation inside the community too. So once you guys are connected, I think that is also great. So another thing again that you also want to do to boost your LinkedIn profile is also try and engage with other people. So when people share posts like this, you could see me, I'm creating a lot of posts here, right? So when people make posts, right, try to comment on their posts and so on and so forth. So with that, you are engaging on the platform. Support other people by commenting on their posts. And that is why I'm asking everybody that is watching this particular video to actually give me a follow on LinkedIn. When I make a post on LinkedIn, please engage on my post, like it, share it, comment on the post as well. And when I see your own post, I'm also going to engage on your own post. So with that, your profile gets pushed up and people will tend to see your post file more often than not, right? So you want to try and engage on people's posts. So once you've done that, the next thing again, the last thing that you want to do is try as much as you can to actually create posts as well yourself. So once you create posts, and feel free to actually make your post. So when you make a post, you can make a post about your job, case study, whatever. As you guys can see, my featured section, I've made several posts either about NetDI, about all of these things, about my impact generally in the industry, right? And I've made it here as my featured section. So anybody that comes to my page can easily click some of these featured posts and click. So for you now, you could actually make a post about your work, case study that you've done, the portfolio that you've worked on, your impact in the general community. And when you make that particular post, you want to make that kind of post as your featured post. So what kind of post should be in your featured section? A case study of your work or of your portfolio should be in your featured section. A case study about your industry impact or results that you've achieved should be part of your featured section. So make those posts and make that part of your featured section. So that is it about optimizing your LinkedIn profile. So I will quickly do an overview of everything I've shared. So first things first, your profile picture and your cover image. Second thing, do a keyword research. Third thing, use that keyword to come up with your headline. Your headline consists of three things, right? The keyword that you have, first the keyword, the second one, the skill, and of course, the third one, your value proposition, right? So the fourth one I spoke about is what? Your about us section. So your about us section, you come up with it using those keywords that you have researched on. The first paragraph, as I said earlier on, should be about your work experience and your job, about your job. Then the second paragraph should be about the result that you've achieved. And the last paragraph should be a call to action and asking people that is going to your about section to actually feel free to reach out to you. Then once you've done that, make a post about a case study or a work that you've done before or your industry impact and make it as part of your feature section, just as you can see on my own profile right here. So once you do that as well, also try to engage with other people's posts as well. I mentioned that, add a lot of skills here and ask for endorsement. Also ask for what? Recommendations. So people are going to recommend you for work too as well. So with all of these things and you also being active on the platform, this increases your chance on the platform and also optimize your LinkedIn profile, right? So I wish you guys all the best. Feel free to use this to optimize your profile, and when you have optimized your profile, you can share it inside the community, and I will go through it, and so many other people too might also go through it as well. So that is it about optimizing your LinkedIn page. Don't forget, at NetDI, we help people who want to transition into tech successfully. So if you love to learn, get mentored and supported to get a tech job, you actually might want to join the NetDI community and enroll for any of our online bootcamp. Read the description, you see a link to join our community, join the community, and don't forget to like this particular video, subscribe to the NetDI channel, turn on the post notifications so that you don't get to miss out on our subsequent video. See you guys some other time. Peace out.